We ask that you take this opportunity to turn off all cell phones, pagers, or electronic devices. Please set them in silent mode. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty and staff of Mclean School.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mclean School's class of 2022. Good morning. Please be seated. Welcome to our 2022 commencement, honoring Mclean School's 20th senior class. Let us begin with a moment of silence. Thank you. We're here today to celebrate many people. Among them, we honor the talented, committed educators who bring their hearts, their minds, their creativity, and their passion for education in service of our students every day. They stand at the heart of our work here. Please join me in thanking them. Our music this morning is provided by the Commencement Ensemble. Many thanks to Greg Mouchon, Performing Arts Chair, to Vince McCool, Band Director, to Kat Whiteside, Strings Director, and to Teresa Riffle, Lower School Music Teacher, as well as to the students in the instrumental program. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm joined on the stage this morning by Chapin Miller, head of upper school, whose wisdom, compassion, and belief in our students have played an important role in the success of those we will be honoring today. By Dr. Valaida L, chair of our board of trustees, and by our commencement speaker, David Blair, who I'll introduce more fully later in the program. I'm pleased now to introduce the speakers for the class of 2022. Sebastian Leslie and Thomas Spencer were chosen by the senior class to speak on their behalf. Sebastian's been at Mclean School since 6th grade. Along with his impeccable fashion sense and kind, playful personality, he's a deep processor, a conscientious community member, and a terrific problem solver. In spite of being busy as a junior Olympic swimmer and a budding entrepreneur, Sebastian found time to contribute on campus by being part of the Equity and Social Justice Forum, the Fashion Club, and as a grade representative, a member of the Honor Committee and treasurer of the Student Government Association. Sebastian will be attending Lynn University in Boca Raton, Florida. Spencer Walsh has also been at Mclean School since 6th grade and has left an imprint on our community every year. He's a fiercely independent thinker, a talented and dedicated skateboarder. He loves the outdoors. While at school, he engaged in the photography club and the activities committee. Spencer also served as the Green Team General in the Upper School Color Wars, was a referee for various fun upper school events, and was the MC for the Upper School Holiday Talent Show this year. Spencer will take his independent spirit, wonderful sense of humor, and his skateboard to Champlain University next year. Sebastian Spencer, would you please come up to the podium?
Classmates for just allowing me to be great representative for the past 4 years. It has really been an honor to work for you guys and represent you all. So I just want to thank you all for liking me for the past 4 years. Good afternoon and congratulations. Class of 2022, we made it. Not only have we finished high school, we have also finished it safe and sound, and as a current society, this means a lot.
We've experienced so much these past 4 years, and we've arrived at the point where we can bid farewell to high school.
Whatever else we've learned from high school, we hope after hearing this speech, you will learn one more thing. Your purpose is greater than the sum of your challenges, so let's start now. No, seriously, Spencer. That's your cue. Let's start now.
Do you feel like we've spent the majority of our lives waiting for the time when things would click and finally come together? I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be waiting a lot longer with this so-called patience.
Instead of patiently waiting for life to come together, why not show up for your life?
And it's no surprise I show up a little later than Sebastian.
But here we are. You all showed up today because of the significance held by today. For some of us, this is the greatest achievement we've shared so far. For others, this may just be a start or yet another stepping stone in our lives. Of course, we'd like to congratulate the valedictorian, the student athletes, the artists, the people who strive for greatness in all the skills or none of them.
Really, the last thing we want to do is give a corny recap of our high school experience, whether it was the construction, the pandemic, or a whole list of things that happened this year in particular. But we're here with our gowns and our caps, and we're really just like a certificate and a handshake away from kissing this class goodbye. Oh, my bad. But let's sit with that for a bit. Whatever you plan on doing, going to college, playing sports overseas, we're still trying to decide. You're moving on to something new after all these years.
We get it. It's hard to get over not having the perfect outfit, the perfect hair, or to be excluded from group texts, not being invited to events, not getting thousands of likes, and not going viral on social media for all the right reasons.
Still, we say show up for your life. Yes, you may be different, but by all means, that's a good thing. Your uniqueness is your strength. Use your uniqueness to do something meaningful that someone trapped in a box wouldn't be able to bring forward.
Show up for your life, realize and express your talents. There's something within you that you can contribute to make the world a better place, even if you don't think yet. And that's completely fine too. This is only your high school graduation.
Show up for your life. Everything in life won't go as planned or as you hope. Don't be paralyzed by disappointment. Sometimes you gotta keep your expectations in check. You won't ace every test. You won't keep your shoes dry when crossing the stream. And cutting your own hair might not turn out so well. Just ask Mr. Lopez.
But one thing you know for sure is that you will definitely learn what to do or what not to do from every situation in life, because everything is a teachable moment.
Show up to your life. Don't be intimidated by too many choices and difficult decisions. Hell, sometimes it's better to give yourself less decisions because you'll be more satisfied with the result. Life is just a quest for you to discover yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Invest in yourself. Discover how to live from the inside out. Discover your gifts and talents. Discover what moves and connects you most with your emotions. Everything in life is perfect, and you get to find out why.
Show up for your life. Take risks, be courageous, express your creative side. Live, learn, explore, and grow. Do something that contributes to life and add value to beyond yourself. Be fulfilled.
Show up for your life. Although there will be challenges, surprises, and adversity, your purpose is greater than your challenges. Everyone won't like you, everyone won't be famous, and won't do something extraordinary. But who says you have to do any of that anyway? We each have a unique thumbprint to leave behind for others to see where we've been.
Show up for your life. Life picks up speed. The first half of your life is being prepared and getting established. Then you're working, maybe married with 2.5 kids or single, then married again, and then single. Well, maybe you'll get a dog. And by that time, time shifts gears.
Show up for your life. The older you get, the faster everything seems to pass. Days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, and all of a sudden you're 70 years old. Looking back, you realize the memories, the experiences are the most valuable things saved, and the opportunities are the most valuable things earned and worked for. And to earn the things that we work for, you have to show up to what's meaningful to you.
Show up for your life. Your life matters. You would change you on this week. Create meaning for your life rather than having the outside world create it for you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Sebastian and Spencer. In my 9 years as head of school, I've been fortunate to draw upon our own Mclean community for leaders in business and government to deliver our commencement addresses. Government leaders have included Madeleine Albright, who was the country's first female Secretary of State, and Eric Holder, the country's first Black Attorney General. In the business community, we had Steve Anthony, who was chairing the global litigation practice at Covington and Burling, and Seth Goldman, founder and CEO of Honest Tea. Today's speaker fits right into that mold. David Blair is a business leader, a philanthropist, and a civic leader. David is a former Mclean trustee and co-chaired our Mission Mclean Capital Campaign to fund the renovation and expansion of our facility, which has been enriching our program since 2019. His son Brooks graduated from Mclean in 2016, together with my daughter Natalie. David's most important role at Mclean may have been as a strategic advisor in my early years as head of school. It was a moment when Mclean faced a variety of challenges. David's guidance helped the school chart a path forward. I remember clearly David's observation: while there are other very good schools in Potomac, Mclean's mission and success in serving a wide range of learners is particularly important and worthy of support. Professionally, David founded and served as CEO and chair of Rockville-based Catalyst Health Solutions, growing it from a startup into a Fortune 500 company with revenue exceeding $6 billion. Fortune named David's firm one of the most admired healthcare companies. David's management skills and accomplishments resulted in him being named as one of America's 50 most powerful CEOs under age of 40 by Forbes, and Catalyst was a recipient of numerous prestigious healthcare and financial industry awards. After selling Catalyst in 2012, David and his wife Michael established the David and Michael Blair Family Foundation. The foundation supports nonprofit and philanthropic causes, from literacy and equity in education to at-risk youth programs and mental health access. The Blair Foundation believes and sees value in every individual and their impact on the world when they're given access to opportunity. Please join me in welcoming David Blair to the podium.
So that introduction is inconsistent with any reasonable person's expectation of me had it been at my graduation. So I'll explain more about that later. First, good morning, faculty, staff, parents, family, friends. Great to see you all this morning. Most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2022. Well done. Mclean has a very special place in our family's heart. When our son was in second grade, we were sitting around the dinner table, and we had those table topic cards, and we're asking random questions. And one of the questions was something like, if you had one wish for yourself, what would it be? And our son Brooks said, I wish I was smart like the other kids in my class. Our hearts sank, because here's a brilliant kid. We have 6 kids, don't I? He's probably the smartest. So you got this brilliant kid that doesn't think he's being successful. But he was at a school that took a one-size-fits-all approach. They were literally trying to put a round peg in a square hole, and it didn't work. And so that fall, Brooks was accepted into the Mclean school, and his journey began. And it wasn't all smooth sailing, but it was home. And it's where he was gain confidence and grow, where he felt loved. And for that, and for so many reasons, I am honored to be here as your speaker. But this is about you, graduates, today. Your high school graduation. I have a wee bit of bad news. This is my first high school commencement address. Don't panic, I've been to many. And the themes of the speeches generally fall into 3 buckets. You've got your reach for the stars speech. You have the you can overcome anything speech. And then my personal favorite is the world is facing unprecedented challenges and you're the generation to solve them. But given that this is my first speech, I thought about what it is that I wanted to, what it is that I needed to hear when I was sitting in your chair. So I don't know that it will resonate with all of you, but I certainly hope it resonates with some of you. Let's go back to that introduction, which seems surreal to hear now. And today, while I have a family that I adore, I had more success in business than I ever deserved. I'm so fortunate that I can give back to the community. Maybe most importantly, I have a comfort in my own skin today. That very much wasn't the case at my graduation. During my graduation, I don't remember who the speaker was. I don't remember what was said. I remember how I felt. I felt anxious. I felt uneasy. And mostly because as I looked around at my classmates, most of them had better GPAs, they were in better colleges. Some had career paths. Some of me knew where the businesses they wanted to work. That certainly wasn't mine because I didn't have a plan. I was literally hoping to just find a friend when I got to college. That was my plan. You see, I was a straight C student. That's not a joke. I was a straight C student. I didn't take any honors classes. I didn't have a date for my prom. I didn't get accepted at any of the colleges that I wanted to go into. Maybe it's a little bit like group therapy. That doesn't sound good. And then let me go to the opposite end of the spectrum, because I talked to the faculty and staff at the Mclean School about the accomplishments of your class. They are truly remarkable. I understand that every one of you got into the first or second choice of your college. That collectively, you've received almost $10 million in scholarship grants and aid. That's incredible. It's not just academic success. You also had success on the playing fields. And to answer a special shout out to the girls softball team. I mean, they did particularly well. And that I had great success with arts in your most recent theater production as well. There's no doubt that you all have many accomplishments that you should be deeply proud of. And with that being said, and maybe the student speakers alluded to this, your journey through high school has not always been smooth. And you've no doubt endured many ups and downs. Maybe you did get into the college of your first choice. Maybe you did win the Potomac Athletic Conference Championship. Or maybe you struggled through the pandemic. And while it's easy and it's more fun to celebrate successes, I want to challenge you to embrace those moments that you've struggled, when you've fallen short. I really believe that is your growth edge. All right, so I'm gonna digress for a second to share a brief story with you. So growing up, my dream was to play professional sports. I was gonna be a basketball player. I was the kid that was shooting hoops under the moonlight. I was running up and down the bleacher steps to get in shape. And no matter how hard I tried, I just wasn't that good. And maybe it's because I was scrawny, maybe I just lacked talent, but my dream was to play basketball. And so my sophomore year, I was determined to make the JV team. And so we had tryouts, and the next day, back then the coach would literally post a piece of paper on a bulletin board with the names of the players that made the basketball team. And so as he's posting it, everyone was kind of jumping up and down and look over the coach's shoulder to see who was on the team. 11 kids tried out, 10 made the team. Oh, you know the story. You got there. Oh my God, everyone is high-fiving. That was my name. The tears. Oh my God, I was devastated. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't believe it. And at that moment, I needed someone to rescue me. I needed my dad to call the coach and say, this kid is fine. Maybe the principal would have a sympathetic ear, right? It's a JV team, who cares? There's no salary cap. And that didn't happen. And had somebody rescued me, I would have been denied some lessons that I still carry with me today. I learned about resiliency. I learned compassion and empathy for those that don't succeed. I learned about the distaste of failure. I actually gained a new amount of motivation to succeed from that lesson. So when we fall short of our goals and we feel despair, it's easy to be the victim, right? This is where the blame game comes in, right? It's easy to get the effect of others, right? It was the coach's fault. If it wasn't for the pandemic, and perhaps the worst is when you blame yourself, right? I could have done better. But what might feel like a setback or a failure, it's really a gift. And of course, in that moment, it's incredibly difficult to realize it, right? It's actually impossible. It took me decades to realize that not making a basketball team was actually a blessing for me. So my message today to you is this. I want you to know the universe actually has your back. You are all that you need. If you can view every person and every experience, good or bad, as an ally, as a gift, you'll be miles ahead as you uncover your genius and you pursue your passions. Let me say that again. The universe actually has your back. Every person and experience is happening for you so that you can learn and grow. You are all that you need. And of course, all those other themes about reaching for the star, that's true, and you can overcome everything. And of course, there are unprecedented challenges, and you are the generation to solve it. So as you say goodbye to Mclean today, and you start your journey, whether that's off to college, whether that's serving in the Navy, whether that's playing soccer in Europe, or anything else that you choose to do, let me share with you one of my favorite quotes. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there's something you must always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Congratulations.
Those truly inspiring words. It's hard to get back up here after that. Before we go further, I want to just recognize that there were two students, graduating seniors, who couldn't be with us in person here today. Jack Terenzi and Everett Hutter are on the screen watching the ceremony. As we hand out his diplomas a little later in the program. It's my pleasure to announce Jocelyn Lopez-flores as the valedictorian for the class of 2020. Jocelyn joined Mclean in 9th grade. Over the 4 years, she's been a leader and she's contributed in many ways. She served as a supportive friend, mentor, math guru to many of her peers. She expressed her commitment to equity and justice by serving as vice president of the Student Government Association for Equity and Social Justice and by representing Mclean at the National People of Color Conference. She played volleyball and was co-captain of the women's softball team, helping the team finish in first place in the PBAC. She was a Mclean ambassador and a member of the discipline committee and the Latin and arts clubs. Jocelyn played lead in this year's fall play, The Baker's Dozen, and her studio artwork has been displayed throughout the school. Even still, Jocelyn found 165 hours for community service this year, more than 4 times the required number of hours for our graduating seniors. This is a little unusual, but I just wanted to, and Jocelyn said it would be okay, to read a list of the colleges where she was accepted this year. Case Western, and I may miss some, I'm not sure my list is up to date. Case Western Reserve, Iowa State University, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Rice University, Swarthmore College, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, University of Maryland, College Park, University of Rochester, Villanova University, Worcester Polytechnic Institute, and Yale University. Jocelyn was chosen to take her intellect, work ethic, artistic abilities, and genuine desire to help others to the University of Maryland, where she plans to study biochemistry. Jocelyn, please come.
This is scary. My name is Jocelyn, and I have gotten the pleasure to be a part of this graduation class. And it's incredibly hard to believe that I'm one of the people graduating. I don't think that quite said it until when I was walking down here, and I said, oh my God. It was a struggle to find the right words and format for the speech, but I decided to lean into what I know best, advocacy. So throughout the course of the speech, I am determined to give you all a mini Latin lesson. Let me begin my speech, my valediction. Valediction. Now, that's an interesting word. It's a word Latin at its core. Thank you, Ms. Cherry, for that. And we can divide this word into 3 parts: valid, dict, and show. So first, the valid part of valediction. To begin with valid valediction means to begin with goodbye. The Latin valid, pronounced walking, means farewell. And I want to use this first part of my speech to say farewell and thanks to the community that has shaped me into the person that I am and has allowed me to be standing here as valedictorian. First of all, thank you to the teachers, whose roles in our lives have extended far past their titles. They've become mentors, listeners, supporters, and friends. Thank you to the teachers who always believed in us, believed in me, and continually pushed me towards new opportunities and challenges, such as when Mr. Wilkins appointed me as school representative for a conference, despite only being a sophomore and having virtually no experience. Thanks to the teachers who have offered to have my back and given me advice when I needed it, even if I didn't ask for it. Such as when AJ spent half an hour telling me what to and not to do at UMD. Thank you to the teachers who have cared for, shared, and nurtured my interests by talking about musicals with Mr. Tyson and Mr. Bell. Thank you to the teachers such as Ms. Benya and Ms. Duffy, whom I always enjoyed talking to and always managed to bring me joy with their kindness. And those are only a few examples of hundreds I remember, where teachers have been incredibly kind and supportive. Secondly, I wouldn't be where I am without my peers. Through them, I have learned to be a better friend and grow my confidence. I have learned to become more affectionate, open, kind, and a better listener. The opportunities for making friends are endless, in class, sports, musicals, or just by seeing people in the hallways. And I continue to make friends across grades, even in the last months of the school year. Class wouldn't be the same without their funny jokes and comments, and the hallways would be lifeless without the people I get to say hi to. Finally, there's less visible parts of the community that call us up into different things. Our families, who keeps our lives together, the administrators, who are crucial in keeping us safe while we try to learn, and the school's facilities and custodians, without whom there would be no functional building and who were always happy to talk. I am very grateful for the community that surrounds me, and I'm routinely listened. Now that was the valley part of valediction. And now our second part of the word, dict, valediction. Dict comes from the Latin verb dicere, which means to speak.
And in this part of my speech, I wanted to give words addressed to my peers, the graduating class of 2022. I'll be honest, I am definitely not the social butterfly, but I have been lucky enough to interact with every single one of you, learning something from each of you. And while I brainstormed some of the defining characteristics of our class, the words that kept popping up were passion and ambition. I have always admired the dedication each and every one of you give towards your interests, and I got to see that highlighted in your senior projects. But I've also seen it and heard it every day throughout high school, of the hours poured into video games, softball, basketball videos, photography, coding, skateboarding, arts, or some other interests. I'm confident that all of you will succeed in your goals, whatever that looks like. Leaving high school is no easy step, nor is it any easy to take the path to get here. Know this, that your presence here at graduation, whether in person or virtual, is proof enough of your dedication and a promising indicator of your future success. It has been an honor to spend these years with you. And now the shun part of validation, which is just a suffix, and it only ties up the word "need." So the suffix or ending of my speech is this: to the graduates of 2022, never give up, never let down, never desert your interests. Valaida, gracias, goodbye, and thank you.
Congratulations again, Jocelyn, and another hard act to follow here. But fortunately, my task is a simple one at this moment, and that is to introduce the Hand Bishop Awards. The Hand Bishop Award honors Mclean's first headmaster. Hand Bishop served Mclean through its transition from a proprietary school to a nonprofit independent school that we have today. Through his leadership and that of the founding board, Mclean moved onto this campus to continue the important and challenging work that is still our mission, to make education accessible to a broad range of learners. In the fall of 2011, Ham passed away after a long and notable career in education, always in his own life an example of service and devotion. The Ham Bishop Award honors a current faculty or staff member nominated by peers and selected by the school's administration for service and devotion to Mclean School. This year we have two recipients. In keeping with Mclean tradition, they will be recognized by the colleagues who nominated them. To recognize the first recipient, please welcome to the podium upper school teacher Talia Chicherio.
All right, I have to do this. I always have to do this. Each year, the Ham Bishop Award goes to one or two people at our school who, like Mr. Saxenian said, have demonstrated service, devotion, and leadership in their position, as well as in other areas. The colleague I nominated this year not only exemplifies these attributes, but is also universally respected and beloved by faculty and students alike, and parents, actually. I should have added that originally. I am absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity to let him know just how much he's appreciated. This person goes above and beyond in supporting his students, staying after school to work with them one-on-one or just to give them a safe, quiet space for what must amount to over 100 hours each school year. And this does not take into account the many, many hours he devotes to our school's performing arts program, working behind the scenes to ensure that each production and the events surrounding it go smoothly. He teaches our students how to think critically and become global citizens who can speak and write with confidence. His handiwork is visible throughout Mclean's programs and community, although the time and effort he has put into it could almost remain unnoticed since he never expects a claim. He's a supportive colleague who makes himself available to guide fellow faculty when they're new to the school or through any trying situation, offering advice and a level-headed perspective. He's also the most organized person I know. I've mentioned this to him and he's brushed off the compliment, as if having color-coded, expertly bound day-by-day schedules for each of his classes every year takes no time at all. And as if he isn't the one who ensures that every prompt, no matter how small, is acquired and properly placed for each play. I don't believe the students involved always realize just how essential he is to the success of our productions, although it would be impossible not to see how devoted he is. This person is also a great friend who provides a listening ear and sound counsel, and I count myself lucky to have gotten to know him better each year I've been at Mclean. Thank you for letting me vent periodically when I come to you with all feelings, and for providing me and our other colleagues with such an excellent model for how to become a better teacher, scholar, and member of our community. Please join me in celebrating the irreplaceable Adrian Moore.
Get a quick picture here.
Congratulations, Adrian, and thank you, Talia. The second recipient had 2 nominating teachers. Please join me in welcoming our lower school counselor, Sarah Havenstein, and our librarian, Karen Rappaport, to the podium.
This year's recipient of the 2022 Handel Award has worked at Mclean School for 8 years. She is an invaluable resource who supports and serves all divisions and constituents of Mclean. Her knowledge, skills, and commitment to excellence are why we believe this person is most deserving of this award. We would like to share with you just a few examples of her dedication to our students, teachers, staff, administrators, and parent community. This amazing person works tirelessly to provide our school with technology resources that engage and inform our community. She created a digital media literacy curriculum for our students based on national standards and research, and she teaches our students how to be critical information gatherers of the 21st century, and is consistently on call for technology assistance for teachers and students. She always greets those who show up at our office door with a smile and a friendly, "How can I help you?" We all take for granted when we open our iPads or computers and click on an app or a link, and it just works. So, this researcher spends countless hours investigating what programs are best for our community. And most of us don't realize everything that has to happen before the little symbol goes on the device. When it's all done, at the beginning of each school year, this technology ninja has updated Seesaw and other apps to fastest and visualize each student's devices and divide them into various class groups. Throughout the year, she provides workshops, seminars that instruct teachers and parents in using the many different digital resources.
As Mclean's digital literacy coordinator, Vida Lopez-flores manages all our database and online resources. In addition, she creates slideshows, videos, and resource boards for classes. Vida is an all-star Mclean Twitter poster, sharing articles and information from common sense media and digital literacy sites. She also runs events such as Ski Night, The success of this annual event is due to Rita's organization, planning, and enthusiasm. She inspires teachers to create interesting, fun, and educational activities that celebrate everything STEAM. This year's theme, the Olympics, was her idea, and again, the event received rave reviews from everyone. In Rita's other role as the Learning Commons manager, she helps coordinate visiting authors such as Henry Cole and the highly sought after Peter Reynolds, author of The Dot. Her office is in the library, and you can often find her helping students search for books and assisting them with library checkout. Rita always jumps in when someone needs a hand. This year, if a student was in need of home-based learning, she sent out information at a moment's notice and set up the iPads for families. Rita volunteers wherever she sees a need in the school. If Rita is involved, we know the job will be completed with integrity, fidelity, and a deep caring for our community. Rita and her husband Rita are the proud parents of two amazing children, Sigita and Ivis. The Flores families live around the world, and Rita brings a worldly perspective and appreciation of diversity and cultures to the Mclean community. This devotion and dedication that Rita shows to Mclean School and every single person here is why Rita is an extremely worthy recipient of the Handel Bishop Award. Thank you and congratulations, Rita.
Congratulations, Rita. The Head of School Award is given to a senior who embodies Mclean's values and spirit and who seeks to foster them in others. This year's award goes to Madeline Shapiro. Maddie joined Mclean in second grade. She has a passion for writing, research, and in her spare time enjoys solving mock medieval puzzles. She's a long-term member of the Equity and Social Justice Forum and the Photography Club, as well as the student representative for Art Club. Maddie also spent time in the Debate Club and the Service League and served on the Honor Committee. She has served as a Mclean ambassador and has been a highly valued counselor for the school Summer Edge program. Maddie is a protective and caring friend and sister, an outspoken advocate for marginalized communities, and can crack anyone up with her dry wit. Maddie will bring her caring and inclusive nature to Alumni University in the fall. Our next award is the Board of Trustees Leadership Award. To present the award, please welcome Chair of Mclean's Board of Trustees, Dr. Valaida Weiss.
It is my honor to award the Board of Trustees Leadership Award that is presented in honor of Mark L. Smartkin, Chair of the Board of Trustees from 1997 to 2001. And it's to the senior whose strong leadership skills influence the past, present, and future of the entire Mclean community. The recipient of the Board of Trustees Leadership Award this year is also our valedictorian, Jocelyn Lopez-flores.
Thank you, Val, and congratulations, Jocelyn. I'm honored to speak with you, Mclean's class of 2022, and to facilitate this important celebration of your accomplishments and your move to greater independence. I've enjoyed getting to know you, seeing you around the school, in performances on the athletic field, absorbing your artwork, and speaking with you in advisory lunches. What I've learned from speaking with you and from some of your teachers and advisors is that you're an empathetic group who grew tremendously over these last 4 years, despite unusual challenges. You're tight-knit, driven by diverse interests and talents. As one of your advisors put it, you are a cast of many characters and yet supportive of each other's goals. You also have a great sense of humor and enjoy making each other laugh. You exhibited kindness and a keen sense of community spirit. Many of you once lacked confidence and now are taking on leadership roles. You are thoughtful and motivated to make the world a better place. I commend you for finding and developing those parts of yourselves that nourish you, while also attending to your peers. I encourage you to keep those parts of yourselves alive as you take on new challenges in college or military service and beyond. Of course, you also leave Mclean School with our signature set of skills that will serve you through life. Skills of self-awareness, resilience, and self-advocacy. This distinctive combination, care for your community, care for yourselves, and skills for success, position you powerfully for the future. I know you'll put your knowledge and exceptional abilities to good use. Determine your goals and work hard to achieve them. Stay on track, and if you need assistance, seek it out. That is the Mclean way. We'll be sad to see you go, but I know you will always be part of Mclean, and that you take Mclean with you. Please stay in touch, visit often. I hope to see you at next year's graduation. And now we will distribute the diplomas. We'll call up the names of our graduates so that we may present the diplomas. Seniors, as you take your diploma, please remember that you take Mclean's values, integrity, and good name with you. You also take our pride, love, and good wishes. Just waiting for the helicopter. Okay, Adam Alcohol. Alexa Victoria Bell. Colin Xavier Boykin. Alexander Basil Delaney Brown. Carson Alexander Cronkite.
Maya Francis DiGiamarino. Joel Brandon Dunn. Eliana Bone Jarrell. Zoe Wayne Evans. Charles Frederick Peary. Jackson Andre Gould. Maxwell Aiden Gregory. Ezra F. Gribble. Dokins Bayron Buda. Diego Alejandro Guevara. Justin Ross Patrick. Cole Henry Huck Slime. And Everett, I'm so sorry you couldn't be here, but congratulations. Noah Edwin Kim.
Gretchen Elizabeth Lynn. Sebastian Leslie. Jocelyn Lopez-flores. Donovan William Paul. Elizabeth Kathleen Pick. Matthew Tyler Eastgate. Lauren Elise Shore. Madeline Lee Shapiro. Lamar Leon Schreier. Diego Justice Spencer. And again, Jack, I'm sorry you couldn't be with us, but also graduated Jack. Grant Thompson. Henry Arthur Perez Tolson. Emily Gabrielle Unozo. Thomas Spencer Walsh. Mason Hughes Weiss. Finally, Mackenzie Lee Wicker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in greeting the class of 2022. Class of 2022, you are welcome to throw your hats. Now it's my pleasure to more formally introduce Dr. Valaida L. Weiss, Chair of Mclean's Board of Trustees, who will introduce Mclean's alumni class of 2022. Val joined the Mclean board in 2015. After completing her second year as chair of the board. Val's a thought leader in the fields of early childhood education, governance, and leadership. Her recent research and work focuses on social justice, race equity, diversity, and inclusion. Val's 20 years of educational leadership includes serving as the head of 3 independent schools, most recently the National Child Research Center, NCRC, and service on the faculty of Johns Hopkins University. She's now the president and principal consultant of Dr. Valaida Weiss Consulting. She and her team serve private corporations, nonprofits, and educational institutions to strengthen those institutions across the full spectrum of operations and training. With her passion for diversity, equity, inclusion, governance, and leadership, Val has been superbly equipped to lead Mclean's Board of Trustees. Val received her doctorate of education in education leadership from George Washington University and her master's degree in early childhood education from Trinity College. In addition to chairing Mclean's board, Val chairs the board of the public charter school in DC and sits on the boards of other area independent schools and the Association of Independent Schools of Maryland. Great schools rely on great boards of trustees. Great boards in turn rely on great board chairs. Mclean has a great board, and it's in no small part due to Val's leadership. She's also been an indispensable partner to me and to the school's administration. Please welcome Val Weiss to the podium.
That would take 25 Empire State Buildings, one on top of another, just to get to sea level. Not only is it the deepest known trench, but it's also one of the deadliest places on Earth. Why? One word: pressure. The pressure on the floor of the trench is crushing at more than 8 tons per square inch. That's the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets lying one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of you. So with conditions like that, it would seem that no life could exist in the trench. And that's what scientists thought for a very long time, until they were able to create a submersible that was capable of enduring the pressure. Once they were able to get to the bottom of the trench, they were surprised at what they found. They found life. Life was not just surviving in that very deep trench, but it was teeming. Life had found a way to survive despite the pressure. And so as I listened to the presentation, I couldn't help but think about all of you here today, you Mclean School graduates of 2022. Having been in the field of education for almost actually 30 years, just saying. I think I'm qualified to say that this graduating class is one of the most unique in recent memory. From global pandemic, wars of aggression, climate change, homework, exams, yes, you all know pressure. You know how to deal with pressure. And I have the evidence to prove it. The fact that you are here today is proof. You have a well-stocked toolbox to help you withstand the pressure that this system inevitably will place on you. You're resilient and flexible. You've gone from online school to hybrid to mask, no mask to mask again. But your experience at Mclean has equipped you with the tools you need to not just survive, but thrive. You have the tools of mindfulness, self-awareness, confidence, integrity, self-advocacy. They're all important tools. But there is one more, and I would argue it is the most important tool in your toolbox. Now, the scientists at the Mariana Trench discovered what made it possible for organisms who make their home there to withstand the pressure. And the formula is beautiful in its simplicity. You see, the internal pressure must equal the external pressure. When this is true, no amount of pressure can crush you. And that same formula is important for you as well. One of the most important tools you have in your arsenal that will help you balance the pressure that will inevitably come as you go out into the world is your Mclean School community. Your teachers and counselors, parents and friends, they can be your lifeline. Make sure that you continue to depend on those who's helped you thus far. You do not have to do any of this alone. The connections you've made will help you not just survive, but thrive. You can withstand the pressure because you will always have your Mclean School family to help you. And we are so very proud of you. We love you very much. So now, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce to everyone gathered here today the alumni class of the Mclean School graduating class of 2022. Go out and do transformative things in the world.
See what I mean? Thank you, Val. I want to thank the many people who worked so hard to make today's commencement run so smoothly. Especially Glenn Peterson and his crew for working tirelessly to set up and actually reset up for this event. Glenn is in the back there. Also, Tyler Wilkins and David Graydon for providing sound, Rebecca Dalek and the IT and communications teams for providing video and streaming services. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating today in this little bit of Mclean's history. The class of 2022, Mclean's 19th graduating class, joins the ranks of 559 Mclean graduates. I want to remind parents that your students, your graduates, know how to access photos from the ceremony, so they may not remember to tell you that. You can ask them as people like over the professional photography set up this morning. Please remain at your seats as the faculty and undergraduates and everyone on stage processes out. We will all assemble for reception on the front lawn. Graduates, we cannot say goodbye, only farewell. The Mclean tradition will conclude with the Irish proverb, may the road rise to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields, until we meet again.